Hi everybody, it's Amanda here with Paint to Purpose Coaching, and I wanted to do a really quick video today, or maybe not so quick. I'm going to spend some time with this one. I was going to do it over the weekend or yesterday, but I feel like I needed to wait. There had to be some marination, if you get what I'm saying, about some of these things, and just so I could really convey them. And I got a lot. I'm glad I did, because I had some other things come in, some other info come in that I wanted to share with everybody. So, we had this eclipse, and here we are. We are in the time of Aries, and we've got the wounded healer. We've got Chiron in Aries right now. And, if you're a big astrology buff, great. I don't, I'm still learning that kind of stuff. I know enough, but I'm still kind of learning like what all the houses are and all of that. And so, anyway, you may know more than me, but I do know that this much is true, which is we are in we're Aries, which is a fire sign, and here we are with the wounded healer aspects. And then we have this wonderful eclipse, and I feel so blessed to be a part of this kind of thing, a part of the universe. We live in a fractal universe. Everything is connected, and we don't think it is. We treat it like everything's separate, and it's not. We are connected to the stars. We are connected to other planets. We are connected to other beings on other planets. Everything that is created by the Creator, we are connected through that. We are literally an expression, a human expression of God, and the source, the source energy, the Creator energy that animates everything. Is inside of everything. So when you look at other people like they are different walking expressions of God, you really see them in a whole new light, and you can really understand them, and you can help them if they don't see themselves like that yet, anyway, or if they don't see other people like that. So one of my missions while I'm here on this planet is to elevate as many people as I can, and just share love, But anyway, so we have this wounded Chiron in Aries, which suggests that you better get your healing done, light a fire up under your butt and get some of this stuff done. But if you think about it, the sun is a portal, and the sun, it's not a planet, it's a portal, actually, and we've learned this from, quantum physics, and other things have proven that God is energy, and that, the sun is a portal, and all these things. We know all this now. It's not mainstream, but it doesn't make it any less true. So it's just one of the facts, right? So we've got to start embracing these things and knowing them on a level like we know that this is true. And inside of a portal, that contains so many other possibilities. And when you take that and you cast a shadow with the moon, which is many facets and many things, what you get is us basically being told we need to work with our shadow selves. And all of us have been saying this for months. For months. This is the, time of the dragon. And the dragon is all about, you being able to have abundance and really be, live in prosperity. And that's what this year is about, if you're willing to do the work. And I know that, all of us carry wounds from different lifetimes. Our soul, once it's created, it never dies. Energy doesn't die. It transmutes, it may change forms, different things like that. But it's always alive. It's always going. And so, I do Akashic Records work as well. And when you look at something from the soul level and all the lifetimes that you've experienced, you understand that you've picked up, different things from different lifetimes that you still carry. You bring that DNA with you. You bring the energetic imprints from those other things, that old karma or those other things that have happened. You carry that with you if you don't deal with it in every time you incarnate into 3D, because this is the physical realm. This is the place where we work this stuff out. This is the only place we can. That's why we incarnate, to get through it and elevate to a whole nother level, a whole nother dimension. That way, next time we reincarnate, we're at a higher level. And some of you might be thinking, I don't know what all you're talking about. I don't believe that, but just hear me out. Just wait. So, a lot of the time, when people are sick in their lives, when they are born with, kidney problems, when they're born with problems with their heart, they're born with problems with their liver or their brain or different things like that, what they don't realize is that sometimes that can be things that came from their other lifetimes. And even if there's nothing physically wrong, it can definitely be that you're carrying old energetic wounds in this lifetime, right? And from others. But if you haven't done any work to clear that up, you're carrying that from lifetime to lifetime. It's like your emotional baggage, right? But your energetic baggage as well. So a lot of people that have illness, they've got all of this, if they've got kidney problems, we store sadness in certain parts of our bodies. We abandonment in our, in our pancreas or our gallbladder, we store this stuff in our organs, right? There's usually a pattern and a definite placement of where these things go, but it all depends on if they're emotional or if they're mental or what body they're coming from. So there's things you got to know. It's a science for sure. And, a lot of people, you're not going to hear this from your doctor because they don't know. They don't look at things as an entire, body and that everything's connected. They just treat the symptoms, right? And just kind of help you alleviate the symptoms, but they don't go to the root cause and they don't get the cure because of that. So everything is energy, and we have to work with those energetic aspects and those things to dig up everything and heal it, right? We have to go to our most energetic place, which is our soul. Soul level healing is what I'm talking about. And that's why I decided to be a metaphysical life coach, because I love energy and I love working with these things, and everything is related. And everything has these layers to it that we have to kind of peel back and look at all of this, right? So, healing for everybody is different. And, I know that when you start to expand and when you start healing or you start growing, you really want everybody that you love and care about to come with you. It's like addicts. They tell addicts, one of the first things they tell them, and one of the first things they try to do once they start working with somebody to get them healed and get them out of their addictive patterns and habits and coping mechanisms, is change your environment. Get out of where you've been. If you cannot stay sober or clean, once you get cleaned up, you cannot stay sober or clean. If you go back to the same environment and same people, knowingly or not, that contributed to you being sick, you will just get sick again. It's common sense at this point, because, and they may not know it, bless their hearts. You may not even know it, bless your heart, but you can't stick somebody back down in the same, they're going to relapse. And we don't get that many relapses, the disease of addiction is for real. It is serious, and it will kill your ass. That's what it's designed to do, is stomp you out. And so if you really want to heal and you want to start working on some of this stuff, you got to change your play places and playmates and habits and things. You've got to change everything. If you want a really good chance, you can't go hanging out with the same people you used to hang out with and stuff like that. And knowing that, for people that don't consider themselves addicts, the same is true for everybody, because all of us we want so bad when we find out something good to share it with somebody that we care about. We want to share it with our friends, or we want to go and say, hey, look at me now. I actually, I used to be a jerk, but I get it now. I used to have a good heart and nobody knew that I had a good heart because I was shy and wounded and I couldn't be vulnerable. Now look at me, you want to share these good things with people, and you want to go around and show them, look, I've changed and you can too. And that's one of the hardest things about being a coach, is that I've got so many people. I see their stuff every day. They're, they're on social media, they're crying out for help, but then when you approach them to try to help them, they don't want it. They either don't trust you, they don't believe what you're talking about, they're not ready to give it up because it's comfortable. They think that sometimes they'll hold on to their anger or resentment out of self-loyalty, and I mean, anger serves, it does. Sometimes it serves people in their agendas and their patterns that they're running. And if they're not ready for it, then you can't force them. You just have to keep putting out stuff and talking to them about it. That's the only way. And hope that they wake up and they get it and they say, I'm curious. I really think maybe I should start working on this stuff. Well, that's what that eclipse was about, is being able to, and I'm honored to be able to be a being on this planet that got to witness that yesterday. And I had people messaging me that were saying that, it was incredible, the changes and all the overwhelming energy that they felt, and that it was really a lot, but that they were grateful for it. And they are evolving, spiritually and consciously. And, it's one of the most beautiful things to be a witness to all that. It really is. And I'm honored. Those of you that reached out to me the last few days saying, oh my gosh, this energy, and just, I don't know what's going on. I feel crazy and, and snippy, but at the same time, so loving, and I can't explain it. If you reach one of the ones that reached out to me yesterday, I love you, and you're so brave, and I'm so proud of you. So, and I'm here anytime you need. So, healing metaphysically and being a metaphysical life coach, I see these things, these patterns, and I can literally look at somebody and talk to them. I can see what's going on in their body. It's a gift that I have that I've never really, I didn't step into, and just recently I tried to squash it. I tried to kill it. I thought I was weird or something. But now I'm starting to step into my gifts and abilities, and I can literally see that what they need to do to get to where it is that they're saying they want to go. And, but I can't push, and it's really hard. You have to hold back sometimes, and you've got to know that even as a healer, even as somebody that's done a lot of healing, that you cannot push, because everybody's journey and their path is their own. And, I mean, we're all on a different path to enlightenment. We're all on a different path to growth. And we have to, there's nothing wrong with encouraging. There's nothing wrong with sharing information, mentoring, being a life coach. There's nothing wrong with helping somebody. But we've got to understand that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink just because you're thirsty, So that's kind of a big thing to realize, is that you have to know when to go and when to hold back. And it does take practice and training and working with people and individuals, not just people, but working with somebody and feeling them out and understanding, how you need to best help them. It's not about you, right? So I try to really I try to push just hard enough to challenge, but then I hold back when I see that somebody's not ready for it. So, all I can do is just keep supporting them, But, I'm honored to know what all exists out there. And we live in a fractal universe, and I've always felt very connected to nature and, how lucky we are. We have so many resources and tools around us, and we don't see it all the time. We're not tuning into them, but we really do. And we're all working off our energies and frequencies, and it's just a beautiful thing. I love it. And I know I sound like an uber dork right now, but that's just how I feel. It's the way I've always felt. And, healing for you versus, being a programmed avatar on this planet, it's a whole other mindset. And that's why I talk so much about spirituality versus religion, because if you're trying to evolve and you're into spirituality, that is for you. That is for you with your maker, your path, your experience, your methods that you feel comfortable with, and how you want to utilize the information. All of it's about you, right? And that's not being a self-serving jerk. That is you doing good things for you so that you could be a better person, right? There's no guilt or no shame in it. Where I have a problem is where people are running around being these programmed avatars where they think that they're going to be able to do a whole lot of expansion and a whole lot of healing with methods or theories or theologies that are limiting. And they are literally, it's the same script. Everybody gets the same script. Here, this is the way you do it. This is the way you have to do it. It's done this way. Well, it's not always done that way because people's journeys and paths are different. And that's why I say if that's what you're going with, you're going to be limited. It's only going to take you so far. I'm not saying not to do it. Like if you're one of these people that doesn't believe in any of this stuff or anything, then I challenge you to start somewhere. Start somewhere because there are bigger energies than yours in creation, and always has been. The alpha and the omega energy. You get what I'm saying? The frequency that created planets and created universes and worlds and worldly beings and animals and everything, that is a real force. We have actually proven it with quantum physics. It's actually been proven already that God is real. So, I can send you the information if you want. You write to me and I'll send it. But we've already proven that, and we've also proven that energy and that light is in each of us. That's why I'm going around saying, I'm God, you're God. So stop mistreating God inside of yourself, right? And realize your power and wake up to this stuff and start utilizing it. But you got these folks running around out here with the same script, and it's the same script from everybody, and everybody, is beating the crap out of themselves with that script. That's the script that tells you that you're a piece of crap if you fall short, that you're going to burn in hell if you fall short, that it's okay to fall short, but not really. It's just this confusion. And I ain't mad about it because, I went through all that myself. It was all I had for a while and kept me alive, that all of that dogma and indoctrination and all that stuff that in religion, that kept me alive for a while, and it gave me a platform to grow from. So I highly suggest that if you ain't got nothing, start there. But you outgrow it, and yes, as we're evolving, we want so badly, and I see people's posts, we want so badly for people that we love, family members, friends, everybody to tune into what we're learning, and we want to share it with them. Everybody wants to share a good thing. You guys remember the commercial? I can't remember, maybe it was a Geico commercial or something. I had raccoons on it where they're all in the garbage and they're like, ew, this is so nasty, but come here, it's great. Come here, it tastes like something, I don't remember. Maybe you guys will remember that commercial, but everybody wants to share a good thing when they find it, right? Or if something's funny, everybody wants to share it. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just our nature. But a lot of people, I see posts every day, and I've experienced it myself, where when your energy changes and evolves past a certain point of who you used to be and who they know you to be, they don't always know how to relate to you anymore. They don't know if you're still that funny. They see that you've changed, but either they are jealous or they're just not able to understand the level that you're on. And so you're not jobbing and vibing anymore, right? And that is okay. It happens. Don't expect for them to always understand where you're coming from. But if they love you, they will want communication with you, and they will find a way to stick around and understand you. And those that don't, you got to let them go. And I know it hurts, but you can't let people hold you back. I mean, you yourself, it's your fault if you hang on. Like, I had one client that she always really, really needed a lot of approval. And she would go to her spouse, and she would go to her spouse and, oh, hey, honey, look at this. And then he would diss her every time, but he just wanted to sit and watch TV. He would diss her. She got her feelings hurt every day because she ran up to him all excited, wanting to share. And he's like, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care. It's not me. And it sounds really mean, but it taught her to stop putting energy there, to stop expecting having a codependent relationship where, she had to be validated all the time in that way. And it forced her to kind of look at herself and the previous wounds that she had. Why do I need somebody's approval all the time? Or why do I always care what they think? Or why do I always have to share this with people that are not interested? So if you start doing this shadow work and you start working with these things within, you'll figure out that, when to hold back, when to share, with who to share, and then you can just, drop all the sharing and just go back to being whatever when you're around your old crew, if you still hang out with them or can. But, as you rise, people are supposed to be able to hook into that and come up as well. And if they're not willing, then you got to cut them loose. And I've had people recently that I've reached out to that I've missed, and, let them know I miss you, and let's get together. And if they've always got something better to do, then I have to take it. I have to take that and just acknowledge it for what it is. They're just not interested anymore. And coming to the realization of that, if that's what it is, they might just be busy, but coming to the realization of that, it still feels like being dissed, right? And feeling dissed sucks. Why would you want to feel dissed all the time? So if you can be confident enough in yourself, love yourself enough, respect yourself enough to say, they're on their path, I'm on mine, and our energies are just not vibing right now, they're giving you a gift by dissing you. And instead of looking at it like it hurts and it's painful and it sucks and they're being mean and all this other stuff, don't look at it like that. They're giving you a gift. They're telling you to fly. They're telling you subconsciously. They don't know that they're doing that. They don't know that they're doing that. Maybe after they watch this today, they will. But they don't know that they're doing that. They don't know that they're telling you, please keep elevating. I'm not ready to go there with you. Look at it like it's something good for change, instead of feeling bad and thinking, well, gosh, I just suck so bad that I can't get validation from these people, or something's wrong with me, or, stop beating yourself up. It's not you. If you're doing the work, then you're way, way ahead of them. You really are. If they don't want to do any work, or they don't feel like they should try to meet you halfway or anything, then you have to let them go. And it's a gift. It's a gift to both of you, because the hanging on is what hurts. The hanging on and waiting for a sign, that they're going to like your stuff, or they're going to talk to you about all this cool, they're going to ask you about how your work's going, if you're in the realm of helping people, or helping people evolve and elevate. If they don't like any of your posts, if they're just checked out from all that stuff, then that's how you know they're not your people anymore. And it's okay. You've just outgrown them, literally, you have outgrown that energy. If they liked you better when you were small and sick and quiet and just coping, then, what does that say? So sometimes we just have to take it as it is, and make it a good thing. And since all of us are connected, you can catch back up in another lifetime. You can catch back up at another, place and time maybe. But energies change. And as we transmute and we alchemize and we do all these things to grow and expand, not everybody can come with us. Not everybody's meant to ride this ride, not in this lifetime. They're really not. Some people won't evolve past, what's mainstream, unfortunately. And not saying they're not good people. They're great people. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're on their own path and own journey. So I hope that all of you can get something out of what I said today, that this resonates with you. I love you all. If you want a free session for coaching, you don't know what's going on, you're just stuck, or you want to talk about anything that I've covered today, if you've got some stuff going on in your life that you need help with, please direct message me and we can talk. I do free clarity or information sessions, consultations, whatever you want to call them. I do a free session to get to know you a little bit better, to help kind of say, hey, I think this is what it is. Why don't we try to work together and go here or there? So anyway, it is a really good session. You'll get something out of it, and at least you'll have your head clear after. So anyway, I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.